フルカウンター
Alright, so a big part of Grand Cross are their collaborations. Getting other IPs and animes and I guess TV shows, if you're stringing things into Grand Cross, is something that I love so much about this game, to the point that I've made my own collaboration. I've made over 4 to 5 collaborations with over 100 custom cards made to show you how other collaborations work in this game. So today, what I want to do is go over my top 5 picks of what anime and guess what other collabs we need to see in Grand Cross. And by the way, I've gone on my way to pick things that, one, are my opinion, so don't hate me in the comments for it, but also as well things that aren't really, I guess, common. Generally speaking, I feel like the best anime collabs we can get right now is obviously your Naruto, One Piece, Dragon Ball, and Bleach, which are by far the biggest for anime, but I've gone out of my way to not choose them ones because that would be kind of a boring list, right? So if you do enjoy the video, then hit the like button, and before the video does start, let me know your most wanted collaboration. A new collab is dropping this April, however it is likely to be an AOT collaboration because all of my social media right now has just been AOT collabs, so clearly whoever's in charge of AOT is just giving out the IP right now. But if this April collaboration is somehow a new collaboration we haven't seen in Grand Cross, then do let me know what would your pick be. At number 5, we have probably one of my favorite animes and I guess mangas, even though I haven't read all of it, is Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man right now has just done a new collaboration with Nikkei, and the reason why I've gotten into that game, and generally if you haven't played Nikkei, one of the best gachas I've played in a very long time, but unfortunately in that collaboration we didn't get to see Aki and also Denji because those are male characters, and in that collaboration or game they only ever do girls because of the arse for obviously reasons. But I can't go on and say that a Chainsaw Man collaboration in Grand Cross would be peak content. Getting Denji, Aki, Power, and also Makima will be unreal to see in game. However, I'm not too sure what they can do actually because the series has just started in the actual anime and they barely went into detail about what the characters actually do. So if they do come to the game, good chance there could be spoilers, but I feel like Netmarble could go out the way to make it kind of like not kind of spoiler free. I haven't read the manga. Please in the comments do not spoil it for me. I don't want to know anything. I'm probably not going to read the comments for this video now that I've said that out loud. But seeing these characters in game, especially Denji, whether he's transforming or just always in his Chainsaw Man state, will be something that I love to see in game. And the animations ultimates from what we see in the anime will just go insane. Like having Kon as well, it's too good. Alright, so I do realize I just named a Shueisha collaboration, and if you don't know, the reason why people think we can't get other collaborations like, you know, Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen is because those are owned by Shueisha, and obviously 7 Days Sins is owned by Kodansha, and so far in the game with collaborations we've only seen Kodansha collaborations and no Shueisha. So a lot of people are on the assumption right now that we cannot get anything to do with Shueisha. However, I think it's unlikely, but I don't think it's impossible. Grand Blue Fantasy is an RPG that got made into a manga I believe afterwards, and that is published by Kodansha, and we have seen with the Gacha they have done a Demon Slayer collaboration which is obviously published by Shueisha. But I guess you could argue the fact that it was made first by like I guess a game company, that's the reason why the collab happened. But I think with the fact that we have gotten Stranger Things collab in the game, it's possible we could be getting Netflix collaborations, and that might be the bridge between Shonen Jump and Kodansha, or I guess Shueisha and Kodansha, because we could see a Black Clover collaboration which may not be fully partnered with Shueisha but through Netflix, and that could be the reason we get it. So just want to put that out there. I don't think it's impossible. I do think collaborations that lend out the IP more often and something from Kodansha is definitely more likely, but to say it's impossible, it's just wrong to say. It can happen, but is it gonna happen? We'll have to wait and see. Next one, a bit of an oddball, but once again we're making the list a bit spicy, and that is Arcane. Yes, Arcane, the League of Legends series basically. But if you haven't watched the actual series, it's by far one of the best things I've watched in a very long time, and that is obviously owned by Netflix. And we saw a Stranger Things that we did get obviously Stranger Things because it was a Netflix owned IP, and if you're not aware either, 7 Days Sins is owned by Netflix, and that's why that collaboration was possible. Still think it's very unlikely, but I want to put it out there because it would be a massive collaboration. But we could get characters like Jinx, Silco, Vi, and I guess Jace, if any state pronounce his name. I don't really play League and I haven't seen the show in a long time, but we can't ignore the fact that this will be a massive collaboration, and I think it would work quite well. Jinx with a massive bazooka for like an ultimate or tier 2 skill, it would be kind of sick to see in game. So with the fact that we have seen obviously Netflix collaborations in Grand Cross, and Arcane being one of the biggest anime or I guess animation style IP that they've done in the recent years, I think this would be a perfect collaboration, and I'd love to see it in game. Alright, next we have probably one of my favorite niche animes, if you even call it niche, because it does have like 5-6 seasons now. Data Live. If you actually don't know, the beta app did actually leak Data Live collaboration. I knew it was kind of fake when I saw Shido was going to be one of the characters, and they never do him even in the actual main gacha game for Data Live. But I feel like the possibility is there. Data Live is a gacha game that gives out the IP quite often, to be fair, to a lot of gacha games. And considering right now that Grand Cross, in terms of collaborations, hasn't done anything too new, I should say. If we look at the collaborations, AOT, Slime, Shield Hero, even King of Fighters, only Stranger Things is a bit of the weird one. But genuinely, the actual collaboration we got it in Grand Cross, so quite common to be fair. And Data Life is one of them. I think Overlord too, which is not on the list, but I guess that'll be an honorable mention. But those are two animes I think we could see come to Grand Cross in the future, because those, they give out the IP too often to not get it in Grand Cross. And I love it. Data Life, one of my favorite animes. I mean, I have my own statue of Toka. Seeing Karumi, seeing obviously Toka, if you do get shit, it'll be kind of crazy. But seeing all the other characters be sick in game, and if we eventually do get like 5 to 6 parts, we can see Natsumi in game, which is basically Merlin, if you haven't seen the series. And I'll love to see it in game. Now, bear in mind when I say this, right? I haven't read the manga, and I heard some bad things about it, and I haven't watched season 2 either. So I'm kind of going off season 1, and that is Tokyo Revengers. But Tokyo Revengers is owned by Kodansha, and obviously people are on the assumption right now that we can only get Kodansha owned IPs, and that is one of the bigger ones next to Fairy Tail. And we have seen Grand Summoners, which once again has gotten many collaborations that we've gotten in Grand Cross, if not all of them. But if we are able to get an actual Tokyo Revengers collaboration, having Mikey have his ultimate a massive kick to the face would be sick to see in game. Getting someone like Draken, and I guess Takamachi, I think you say the same name. And I guess the full character could either be Kasaki, or I guess Badgie. I'd probably like to see him. But once again, this collaboration would be kind of weird in a way, because it'd be something similar to what Stranger Things, to where they actually don't really have any weapons, so they might have to get like a bat, get a crowbar, something to make it a bit more unique. Obviously, Mikey will be obviously fist and his hand even, but at least in terms of collaboration, it'd be kind of weird to see how they play a game, because they all just are humans and just fight normally. But I'd love to see it. And once again, this is a collaboration. I think it's kind of possible with the fact that they are both owned by Kodansha, and Tokyo Revengers has done quite a few collaborations, so it's possible. I want to throw it out there. Alright, so before we get to number 1, and by far my best pick, is we're going to do an honorable mention, and that is Black Clover. Now, Black Clover is by far my favorite series ever made. I love it to death, basically. And while for the longest time I did want a Black Clover collaboration, to the point that I made my own one and started her What If series on my channel, I think I'm fine with not getting it. And the reason why is because we do have Black Clover Mobile, which is basically just Grand Cross. It's the closest thing we're going to get to Grand Cross. And at least in that game, I can get someone like Sekiro and Mereoleona, who, you know, if we do get a Black Clover collaboration, we'll never see in the game. And I guess I should say on the beta app, we did see that there was a new collaboration that got leaked. And one of them is very, very hindered towards Black Clover. So I guess it's possible, but we'll have to wait and see if we ever do get Black Clover or Shueisha Collab in Grand Cross. But I thought I had to mention it. Alright, and then finally, my most wanted pick, and it is a Shueisha collaboration, but a collab that does do quite a lot of collaboration with other games and other series, and that is One Punch Man. Now, once again, you'll see a video sometime in the future about this collaboration, if you know what I'm talking about, if you know what date's coming up. But this collaboration will be so sick to see in game. Saitama and Tatsumaki, Genos, and probably Boros, to be fair, will be sick to see in game. They'll fit in quite well as well. Not to mention, I'm probably a bit biased right now because I am actually currently reading it. And also, one of my favorite games, Overwatch, has just done a collaboration, so it's very, very fresh on my mind right now. But I can't stress the point that this collaboration would be so sick to see in game, especially Tatsumaki. I love green characters. She is like peak green characters for me, so like I just need her in the game. Saitama jokes as well. The character, obviously being called One Punch Man, will be hard to balance, I would say, right? If he's not one punching people, he's not really true to his name. So I think when it comes to character design, they got to be quite unique with him. But this will bring quite a lot, I guess, new things towards the game with obviously humans. Tatsumaki and Esper, would she be classed as unknown or human? I'm not too sure. But Boros, if we do get him, he could be some sort of transforming character, and Osis will be unknown to bring back some unknown support as well. So that'll be sick for me as well. But yeah, boys, that are my top 5 picks. Like I said, this is just my opinion, and I kind of want to go out of my way to choose something different rather than just picking the top 4 animes of all time, basically. But if any one of these collaborations come to Grand Cross, I'll be happy enough, and I think it'll bring a lot of attention towards the game. So boys, thank you for watching. Let me know your most wanted collaboration in the comments down below, and what you think of the list. Don't roast me too much here. I think some people agree on it, but we'll have to wait and see. So boys, thank you for watching, and yeah, peace.